Hey, good morning from McKenzie Mountain right here in Republic, Washington. It is the 4th of December. I've been gone about 2.5 weeks. We were in United Arab Emirates, my wife and I, for more than 10 years now. There have been some churches there, underground churches, that have been using material that I wrote to train their next generation of preachers. They've been using it, I guess it's been, so I think they started in 2016 using that material. And so we went to the UAE, my wife and I. Really my mission was to meet these believers, and and to be honest with you, I can't even tell you right now how many churches there are and believers there are. They're underground churches. I think I met about 12 different pastors, pastoring different congregations, 12 different preachers, I should say. Some of them over there, if they're pastoring, officially pastoring a church, they call pastor. If they're running a mission work, they call them preachers. So a number of those are missions works still, not duly organized churches at this time. But every one of them is underground. There were 2 of them that I saw that probably had for their morning weekly worship service. They meet in motels or in restaurants, rooms in restaurants to do that. Their morning weekly worship service. There were 2 of them that probably had close to 100. Most of them are more like 30 or less. And then even those churches that have 100, they meet in homes secretly during the weekdays. And because of their work schedules, really their services will start sometimes at 8 o'clock at night and go to midnight, because they're going to get all the fellowship that they can. And they have Bible studies multiple times a week, sometimes at 2 o'clock in the morning their time. And it's because that's when people get off of work. Many of them drive 3 hours or more to get to work, and then 3 hours or more to get home. Most of the pastors work full-time jobs. And so they live in a town where they work. And then they travel to the town where they're conducting services. In one case, the family lives in the town where they hold their services, and the pastor drives the 3 hours back and forth to work. He'll usually end up staying with the church that's more local to his work for a night or 2, to kind of rest up and things like that. But these are incredible believers. They're under surveillance. They many times have been detained and interrogated, investigated, those sorts of things. But they continue to do the work of the ministry in very dangerous situations. So my wife and I spent some time with them, and really I feel like I need to be real careful about even what I say, because even though I would be now free to say something, when I was over there, you had to be careful because they monitor internet and all of those, and there's cameras everywhere. So you have to be careful what I say. But even here, I want to be careful what I say, because I don't want to say something that would perhaps trace back to them and get them in trouble in their country. And anyway, we are glad to be home. We came home to snow. It was in the 90s there most of the time that we were there. They're in their winter as well, and so now is their camping season and all of that, because it's cool enough to be outside. But we got home to snow, and Anita and I were glad to be home. God bless you and keep you, and make his face to shine upon you, be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace.